Alright. Welcome back to SideboardMTG. My name's Eric, and now it's time for another Izzet deck. This is going to be Izzet Artificers. No Sai in this one either. Alright, anyway, hope you guys like tonight's show. It's should be a lot of fun. Either way, hit that like button if you do, and subscribe if you're into that. You want to subscribe? Subscribe to the channel. No one's going to stop you. Alright guys, what's up? Alright, we took a little break. We just got done with the Izzet modules deck. That deck ran super well. The deck just showed so much resilience. It was ridiculous. And now, here we go again with another Izzet deck. Should be a lot of fun. This is Izzet Artificers, like I said just a moment ago. It uses some really interesting things. I've got to turn that music down while I'm doing this. I'll turn it back up for you guys in just a moment, but while I'm going over the deck tech, I'm going to turn it down a little. Alright, so again, this is just an Izzet deck, so you know the mana base is pretty straightforward here. And then we've got Inventor's Goggles. Now this is kind of one of the real reasons to be running Artificers and such. Now it's just a 1 mana artifact that gives +1/+2. I'm sorry, I was getting messages. It gives +1/+2, and whenever an Artificer enters the battlefield under your control, you may attach Inventor's Goggles to it. So we've got a ton of Artificers to attach to it. We've got Aether Chaser, and if you actually make this a little bit bigger, then Aether Chaser is going to be able to, you know, trade with things like Goblin Chain Whirler. We do need to put in a Inventor's Goggles on Aether Chaser in order to make the best usage out of that. We can put it on Aether Swooper, which is a flyer, and then we can start getting in for a little bit of an additional damage. We've got a Braids and Harness Lightnings here to be able to do some work against those, you know, annoying creatures that opponents like to play, right? Like, we got to be able to stop those. Harness Lightning being able to give us a little bit of extra energy works really well with our Whirler Virtuoso. Now, we don't have the means to just like break Whirler Virtuoso like we were in the last deck, but you know, even banking a little of additional energy to use with our Aether Sphere Harvester for some life gain, things like that. Pia Nalar is another, you know, great card. Yeah, she doesn't pair up so well. She doesn't pair up so well with the Pia Nalar, I mean with the Whirler Virtuoso, but being able to stop flyers and things like that, giving us extra Thopters is absolutely terrific. Now, you'll notice that we have a lot of artifacts in the form of servos and Thopters, but there's only actually 7 artifacts in the main board here. But we have the ability to make a ton of artifacts, and that's probably the main reason I'm not looking at Sai here. Karn's going to do us a lot of justice just by allowing us to, you know, we play Karn, we have all these extra Thopters and things like that laying around. We're going to be able to downtick him to make some really huge guys. We're going to be able to uptick him for some card value, or, you know, even downtick to get a card that our opponent didn't want us to have. Things of that nature. Karn's absolutely terrific, and the more Thopters we can get, the more Karn is going to be, you know, just broken. Now, Maverick Thopterist here. Now, I didn't go with a full 4 of Maverick Thopterist in this deck like we did with the last one because, again, we don't have a ton of ways to just easily improvise this creature out. Now, it is going to be something that we can improvise out, but we just kind of need those perfect hands to make that happen. Now, the big thing about this is we're going to want at least 1 artifact so that we can just slam a Zahid. Having a 5/6 flyer is going to be absolutely terrific. It's going to end the game really quick. Zahid is, you know, the Djinn of the lamp. So I mean, he is he's going to be pretty awesome here, and I expect that we'll never cast him for full value or for max converted mana cost. Most of the time, we're going to get that additional value by just tapping something. like our Inventor's Goggles, to be able to cast Zahid. Now, you could even play Inventor's Goggles and Zahid on the same turn, and it still wouldn't cost the full 6. So a little bit of interaction there with Zahid. And then, of course, moving on into the sideboard, we've got one Scrap Heap Scrounger. Now, the only way we're really going to be able to bring things, the Scrap Heap Scrounger back is with Aether Hub, but he kind of works in the deck. It allows us to stay aggressive. This is a very aggressive deck. Which, you know, we do have some counter spells. We can sit back and try to play a little bit more of a controlling game with our 4 copies of Negate and 2 copies of Syncopate. We've got Chandra Defeats against, you know, the red-black decks. We've got Magma Spray against, you know, the Scrap Heap Scrounger decks. We got a Braid against, you know, all the things that a Braid's good for. And then, of course, Glorybringer at the top of our curve if we do want to go into that slightly more controlling aspect of the game. But for the most part, the plan's really going to be to put some early creatures down, apply some pressure, slam a Djinn, and go from there. So that's the game plan. We're going to pull chat up, talk to some people, and get into a game. Tier 1 Jank. All right. Tier 1 Jank, you're back. When I said if you had Counterspell, then it wouldn't have mattered, I meant that her Blink wouldn't have mattered, because you could have countered her Blink and it just wouldn't have mattered. I did love the Spell Swindle on your own Vraska's Contempt to gain 4 treasures to be able to do some mad things with that. That was a pretty good play. I do like it. I actually had to look up Spell Swindle. I was like, can you target your own spells with this? And yeah, you can. So why no Spire of Industry? Again, we don't have a lot of artifacts, like actually have them. So I don't know. I mean, if you wanted to throw Spire of Industry in the deck, you could. I mean, we have artifacts and we have a ton of ways to make artifacts, but if something goes wrong, then you're left without artifacts. I think the mana base is just going to run a little bit smoother without Spire of Industry. I just don't think it's necessary. I mean, I guess that's going to be the big one. I just don't think it's necessary. So, you'll have to feature a deck with Karn and Tezzeret soon, right? Oh man, Karn and Tezzeret are awesome. Justin Clay, oh man, Glorybringer's last chance. I will miss that dragon. Oh, I will. There's always a dragon that is awesome, and Glorybringer is it, and I'm going to miss him. I'm going to miss Glorybringer as badly as I miss the rotation of Thundermaw Hellkite. I loved that dragon. Thundermaw Hellkite was so amazing. I absolutely love that dragon. And now Glorybringer is going to be the same way. Have you seen the new one? We get like a 5-mana 3/3 that deals 1 damage to target creature. And it's like, what? What? This ain't even close to Glorybringer. I mean, 1 damage? What is this? Yeah, Spell Swindle's great. I like Spell Swindle. If you're going to be playing a Marionette Master deck, Spell Swindle's great. So, yeah, I mean, mana drain's a thing, dude. So, yeah. I mean, it's a 5-mana mana drain, but still, mana drain. Like, is that how much you have to make that card cost before you can make it like usable? It has to cost 5 mana before it's not just broken. There are a lot of Artificer decks that run Renegade map. I, again, did not take that route. I am just going with the Inventor's Goggles. So we've got Tier 1 Jank, Madness, Justin Clay, Janshevik. Who else we got in here? Steven! What's up, Steven? Welcome. Yeah, it's Izzet. Did I spell it wrong? Did I say it wrong? Oh, no, okay. Wait, is it Tron or is it Artifacts? Or is it Artificers? I see what you did there. Yeah, we did Izzet Tron, and we did last game, and it was really, really sweet. I'm excited to just play this deck with the new updates. I have yet to play this deck with the new updates. Karn and Zahid look terrific. So let's see what we can do. Let me get the chat back to where it's supposed to be. Better than Mana Drain. You get artifacts. I don't know what I'm gonna say is better than Mana Drain, but yeah, it's pretty good. It's pretty good. All right, so Artificers. Artificers. It's like a pirate said it. Hornswoggle. Yeah, but it's just too slow. Yeah, I mean, I don't want to pay 3 mana for a Essence Scatter, even if I get the mana back. Maybe, like, I think those are really good in, like, ramp. Like, if you're trying to ramp or something like that, those are probably pretty good, so. Okay, well, this is not the greatest hand in the world, but, again, it's not absolutely the worst hand in the world. As we're going to be able to get that Goggles down, we're going to be able to Abrade on 2, Harvester on 3, assuming that we draw lands, and then, of course, we can, play Zahid. I'm going to keep the hand. We've got a lot of outs we can draw into to really set this off, so... and you do want your Inventor's Goggles down before your Artificers enter the battlefield, because you get that free attachment to the Inventor's Goggles. What's up, Jared? How you doing, buddy? Welcome. You just missed an awesome stream. We've got another one coming up right now. We just started game 1, and it should be pretty awesome as well. That same thing that you're screaming right now, the why, how could you do this to us, was the exact same thing that people were screaming about when, man, we just need one more land. It was the exact same thing people were screaming about when Vraska's Contempt came out. We had just lost Grasp of Darkness, beautiful 2-mana spell that allowed us to deal with a lot of things, and it worked as a good combat trick, things like that. And then we went from using Grasp of Darkness to Vraska's Contempt, and I know you guys have heard me talk about it a lot, but Grasp was doing a great job at holding back Hazard, because it was only 2 mana. You could apply to the board, and you could actually remove something like Hazard, and that's just something that we're just not going to have available to us now. Didn't we run into the deck creator last time we played this? I want to say that was a different deck, but I could be wrong. I'm going to go ahead and kill this now. There's no point in wasting the mana, and I just want him dead now. Come on, land off the top. That ain't a land. We're in trouble. Merfolks are coming. Oh, budget merfolk. We did play a version of the deck. I want to say that we ran into the creator of like Moduletron or something like that one of the times. I can't really remember what deck that was, but we did run into the guy who actually built the deck that one game. I know what you're talking about. River Sneak. Well, that's a good card. That's a good card. Hey, okay. So at least we got to play. That's terrific. I'm going to go ahead. We'll gain our energy, which is basically going to be used on our hub. And then we're going to equip. So yes, we will equip. We can't block the River Snake, unfortunately. So we're going to have to get aggressive. We do need to start hitting some land. You mean Joe, who played Artificers in a tournament? Yeah, I want to say that might have been it. Maybe it was this deck. Maybe it was Artificers. Man, can you imagine if that Deep Root would have stuck around? Whew, it would have been something. Sneaky, sneaky. Curious Obsession. Well, pooey. You're liking all the Izzet decks getting ready for pre-release Izzet. Boom! Your memory is great. That I think that might have been it. It might have been him. I thought it was Craig Wesco that built the Artificers deck, like the night, like he top 8'd with it the night before Come on, buddy. Linking that up. Okay, so I think I want to play Whirler Virtuoso here. His body's already big enough that I don't feel the need to move the Inventor's Goggles. So we'll gain our energy, and then we will not move the Inventor's Goggles. Swing in the air. Make a couple dudes. No. I think the right route is to make a guy this turn, because that will allow us to play Maverick Thopterus next turn, even if we don't hit something. So, Tier 1 Jank. Thanks again. Oh, did I miss something? Did I forget to? You played Hour of Glory before Ixalan. The flavor of killing Aronis with it was too sweet. Sounds good. I mean, it does. Yeah, I think we spend 2 energy here. Yeah, we're only making a 1/1 that doesn't fly, and we do need our flyers. But I'm actually setting up to be able to cast this Maverick Thopterus soon. So that's kind of where I'm going for this. So if we do cast the Maverick Thopterus, we tap the Inventor's Fair and the Servo. We can, and what if we hit just a land? Then I'm just casting Zahid. We do have to worry about like what the opponent has going on here. I am trying to set up for a race though, so that's the plan. Tier 1 Jank, everybody. Check out his channel. Him and his wife play Paper Magic on camera. So some of you guys do like to watch Paper Magic being played. So, you know, it should be a lot of fun. Check him out. I enjoyed watching their games last night. There you go. Kamina Speaker. Oh my goodness. I don't know if we can beat this race. I don't know if we can do it. I mean, Zahid will help, but I mean, missing that land drop, you know, that hurt just too much. And then these guys being unblockable. This is a swing for 9. And he's going to draw a card. So this is definitely going to be painful. All right, well, I'll cast Zahid. Zahid's big, but unfortunately, I just don't think it's going to be enough. I'm going to say yes. Just because I want even more blockers. However, he doesn't need to play many creatures to just have us dead with River Snake. And he's still got 5 cards in hand, so I'm sure that he can find some combination of these really cheap, low-to-the-ground merfolk to play with 6 cards for 4 mana. There you go, Tier 1 Jank. Do remember that until you get to 1,000 subscribers, you're more than welcome to post your videos on my Reddit. I recommend that, and the only reason I say 1,000 is because after 1,000 you'll be monetized, and I actually recommend that you start your own Reddit for your own community at that point. So that's all right. We're dead. That's why I say until you get to 1,000. But you're more than welcome to post your videos and things on the subreddit. So by all means, you know, do that. I love, you know, the opportunity to help other streamers out and things like that. Over my my short 1 year of streaming, we've actually I've actually been able to help quite a few people get started. So, well, he just scooped on us. Well, that's sad. But I've been able to help a few people kind of get started, and some of those people just didn't stick with it. Other people did stick with it, so, you know, it's up to you, man. If you just stick to it, and people will come. People will somebody will like what you're doing. We've got mana. Boros Burn Modern? Come on, Dusk. Come on, man. Dusk loves some burn. I don't think this is fast enough to keep. I mean, we can turn 4 a Zahid, though. And turn 2 Harness Lightning, it's probably not that bad. We don't have a ton of 1-drops anyway, so... Better at editing. How often do you guys see me edit? Ever? Is this the same dude? Not the same dude. This is Teamer. Tormenting Voice. Wow. All right. Unfortunately, we're not going to be able to like play Zahid and swing with the Harvester. Spring. Okay, so this is that deck. Okay. All right, that makes sense. So he's going to have Hour of Devastation, cards like that. Hour of Devastation does not kill Zahid. Mountain art. The Zendikar mountains were very pretty. I'm not going to lie. I've actually got quite a few of these in paper. Zendikar was, you know, a great time. So what is this, like Plaka Worm, that sort of thing? I mean, we've got him on a 4-turn clock. We'll see what happens. We have drawn Harness Lightning, Harness Lightning, Harness Lightning against a Plaka Worm deck. Haphazard Bombardment. That is a fun card. By the way, just FYI, this isn't me. I'm only saying this because he has Madness in the name. What? So he's going to get a Spring back. Majari Conjecture. Okay, so it may not be the Plaka Worm deck. I got to finish reading what you said, Madness. Okay, 2 more turns like this and we win. You meant for making videos more and less for streaming, even if barely. I don't know what you're talking about, Madness. Nick, you're trying to make a Fish Wizard Tribal a thing with cards like Nabin, Trickster, Water Tap, Deep Root, Elite, and Kumena? I mean, that all sounds great. Jeez, he is getting so many cards out of his deck. He's got 7 more cards out of his deck than we have. We're not doing anything here. We haven't cast a spell in like 3 turns. No spells in the last 3 turns. Now he gets to copy instants and sorceries. Don't kill Zahid! Don't kill Zahid! Like now, so he what? Hour of Devastation copies it? yeah, that's what this is. Sweltering Suns copied. Yep. Seems good. No, Zahid, why? I mean, this is pretty good. I mean, he's copying, like, Hieroglyphic Illumination. We just drew no threats, whatsoever. Just no threats. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. This got reprinted in M19. I want to say this art, like, I know it's Sarkhan Vol, but was the madness in Sarkhan Vol's head, was that Nicol Bolas? You had a really, really good majority conjecture turn, opponent. That was a really good conjecture turn. Maybe it was better to downtick there just to make a dude. What do you exile? He exiled a Zahid. Of course he did. Yeah, I mean, just making a dude would have been able to crew Aether Sphere Harvester. Try a Ballard. Teamer spells. Right, I probably should have made a dude. I was thinking, I was like, man, there's got to be creatures in here, right? I mean, the deck's full of creatures, and we're just not hitting any. He kicked a fight with fire. Dear goodness. Okay. Yeah, I probably should have made a dude, so I could have swung for 3. The opponent would have been at 2 right now. We could have spent the energy. We could have been at 20. We would have been at 19 after the burn. I don't even know what's going on. That's a lot of mana. That is a lot of mana. Is this a Banefire for like a billion? A Banefire for 16? Should have made a dude with Karn. Yep, should have made a guy with Karn. Well, let's bring all of this in. We're going to remove Harness Lightning. A Braid. Alright, so that's an even swap. That comes in, no problem. Glorybringer gives us another body. I think that Glorybringer is going to be a little bit better than Maverick Thopterist because of the number of Sweltering Suns the opponent has. Although the opponent didn't see a ton from us, right? Oh, Glorybringer for Harvester. I don't want to cut down on my artifact count. Like, because without the artifacts, we don't get Zahid down early. I'm mulligan. I'm not keeping this hand. Okay, fine, I keep it. I'll keep it. He went to 6, though. We went to 5. Yes, we will keep a land. It's not the greatest land in the world because it is going to come in tap. But again, I don't think that we can really cut our artifact count down in this deck if we plan to cast Zahid on any meaningful turn. What are we worried about on turn 2? Is there a spell that we have to stop? I don't think so. I think we want to stop his like turn 5. Like next turn he can be like spring. What does he do for 2 mana this turn? Oh, this guy, Sage of Madness. Okay, it's not you. Alright, gotcha. Understood. Alright, there's an Island. We're getting closer. All the creatures have decided to hide in this deck. Yes, this deck is supposed to be very aggressive. Very aggressive. We got a 3/3 first striker though. Normally this deck is very aggressive. I have no I have no idea how this deck just remained so slow. He wanted to go to second main phase before doing this. Grow from the ashes. I'm going to say okay. I am not tapping out for Glorybringer here, as this next turn could be, you know, one of the bigger turns. I will spend some energy making a servo, things like that, but I don't want to tap out for Glorybringer just yet. I want to catch one, maybe two of the big cards in our opponent's hand here, especially if he's got something like a Tormenting Voice. I'm really prepared to counter a Tormenting Voice at this point with Negate. See if we can get that 2-for-1 or something like that. But yeah, we've got to catch one of these big cards. She's doing her deck tech. Oh, did I call her Lisa? Lisa? I'm sorry. Leslie. My bad. Marcus and Leslie. This looks like a perfect card to counter. Now we can PNLR. We're not going to equip. Swing for 4. I think we say no here. So, I mean, we've got a really good board presence at this point. Fight with fire. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Alright, so I'm going to counter it. Oh my goodness. Okay, Well, the negate changes things. Definitely makes me want to... just do some pumps. We'll say yes. Now we just need to counter a board wipe. Now, I would put more into it if we didn't have the negate. But this just makes the Glorybringer almost lethal. So if we can get through with this hit, this should be pretty good. I mean, we could have pumped in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, we could have went to 9, but Glorbringer's still not lethal. Maybe I should have done the math a little bit differently on that. I think we just have to stop anything major. Fight with fire. Okay. We definitely allow that to resolve. So this should be okay. So Bane fire. Okay. Go get some, Glorybringer. Go get some. Woo. Yeah, exactly. And that's what I was thinking. Like, anything that wasn't just a board wipe, we were okay. We needed Glorybringer and, like, one dude to survive. And the fact that the opponent just kind of tapped out, yeah, it would have been great. Boros, well, you can use that gold nut button for yourself if you decide you want to join the channel. People who subscribe are not subscribers. If it was Twitch, it would be a subscriber. But followers are called subscribers, and subscribers are called members. So if you join the community as a member, you're more than welcome to. You'll have all the emojis, and I'm sure you see a bunch of the guys using them. Okay, do we sideboard any differently here? I assume that the opponent probably took out some board wipes, because in game 1 the only thing he's seen was like Zahid, things like that. He wanted to it looks like he wanted to have more fight with fires, bane fires, like single target, just really big things. Thank you, Justin, I appreciate that. So like, I think that the opponent might have taken out some board sweepers, not thinking that we went as wide as we do. So yeah, how did I get so good at MTG? I am not good at MTG, man. You want to see somebody good at MTG, go watch Reed Duke. This is just problem solving. I just look at the current problem and then see if I can figure out the answer to it. No, you do not have to be on Twitch for emojis. We're on YouTube Gaming, and YouTube Gaming has emojis. Once Marcus, for you, you'll actually have to get to the 1,000 subscribers, and that's YouTube unlocks it. 1,000, 10,000, 100,000, and 1 million. So you get to 1 million subscribers, you get a bunch of different things that you can do. You get to 100,000 subscribers, you get to a bunch of things you can do. And then, of course, at 10,000, we get like I can start putting out like notification messages for you guys and stuff like that. Like if you ever watch Kenobi, I can't think of his name. He's a British guy and he says the F word a lot. But he's a funny fella. So no pun. No, anyway, yeah, you'll unlock a lot of things as you get further on your channel. As far as your channel goes, though, Marcus, I want to say be really, really careful about what music you use. Yeah, Pleasant Kenobi. You just got to talk about how many times he says the F word, and people know who I'm talking about. But he recently got to the 10K mark, and he puts out a lot of those posts and stuff. I'm subscribed to his channel, but unfortunately I actually just don't watch his channel as much as I probably should. Well, we've got the go wide strategy. Let's see if it works. Let's see if it works against this weird teamer deck. But yeah, he puts out a lot of notifications and things like, "Hey, tonight we're playing this" and stuff like that, and um, that's always, that's always really cool. So, but yeah, at 10K we get that. As far as you go though, just make sure you're careful about what music you use. YouTube's not Twitch. You cannot just play any piece of music you want to. You can't do it. You can't do it. They'll take all of your advertising away, and if you hit it too many times, you'll quit getting put into people's feeds. Um, you can lose partnership altogether for having copyright strikes, things like that. So I wouldn't. It wouldn't mean that you'd lose your YouTube channel. Like, so you could have a non-monetized YouTube channel that you got your monetization through like subscribers and things like that. So there's things you could do. This has just been so bad. Yeah, I think he brought back in the Sweltering Suns. Jayla Ballard. We just haven't been hitting land. No land makes it hard. Yes, YouTube will pull videos for copyright issues. I'm just going to keep applying threats, guys. You don't think you can monetize until 1,000? 1,000 you'll be able to monetize. Right, and then you got to have the views won't matter if you stream at all. You're going to get the minutes watched and all of that. It's not going to be a big deal. Like if you just post like one, maybe two videos a week, or maybe one video a week, then yeah, it may be really, really hard. And you're going to see all of these different videos on YouTube talking about how hard it is to get monetized and things like that. And that's just not going to be an issue for someone who actually puts out, multiple contents per week. But there are some people out there that are having a really hard time getting monetized because it can't meet the 400,000 minutes in 90 days. It's in the last 3 months. In the last 90 days, you have to have that. But they're not going to meet the 400,000 minutes needed. I think currently I set around about 1 million minutes watched at any given time, which is cool. I mean, that's a lot of people watching my content. Lincoln is up and he is mad, boys. He is mad. Not much you can do when MTGO don't give you the land you need. Yeah, I'm just kind of playing this the best that I possibly can here, and like there's not a lot we can do. I probably shouldn't have added more to the board there, knowing that he was. Oh, hey, look. Knowing that he was about to get back a sorcery, so yeah, it was probably bad on my part. Right now, you're just getting exactly. Right now, just worry about putting out content. The 1,000 will come before you know it. So, yeah, Lincoln's upset about the mana screw. That's what it is. That is exactly what it is. He is so mad about the mana screw. Fight with fire, kicked already, and copied. Good game, opponent. I had to ask the opponent a question. So before I give him this win, I've got to ask him a question. All right. So yeah, the opponent did take out his sons in game 2 because he didn't see, you know, our ability to go wide. Yeah, the mana screw. That. See, Justin's got the emojis. He likes it. That's another feature you get at 1,000 subscribers, though. So you get the mana screw, or you get emojis, and you get people can join you and stuff like that. So all right. I'm going to jump back into one more game here. This is going to be the last game for our Blue-Red Artificers deck. The Wrench of Justice, right? The Wrench of Justice. Madness is always here. There's a lot of people that are almost always here, but Madness is always here. I've restored crew fixes for right now. I never wanted to get above 5. Originally, I only wanted to have about 3 moderators. I don't want to have too many moderators in my channel. Some channels will just like give out, you know, moderatorship to anybody. They're like, hey, I like this person, I'm going to make them a moderator. I like to see someone for a long time, and then I also like to pick moderators who are stern. So yeah, that's why Madness Cat is. He's pretty stern, and it's like if anybody can have a battle with Jareth Miles, it'll be Madness. All right, well, I think I want to get the Aether Chaser out because he's just more aggressive. Here we're stuck on 2 mana again. We don't know that we're stuck on 2 mana. We may draw some more, but for right now, we've got 2 mana, and that doesn't seem to be enough. Like, this deck will not operate on 2 mana, so. Right after the first stream, Jareth messaged me like 4 or 5 times. I didn't even get a chance to talk to, like, to reply to him before I had to get back on stream, but he messaged me quite a few times. Esper? Lincoln, my man. He is mad. Oh, I know what it is. I can hear Vanessa. She's on the phone with her, probably on her mom. Cinco pay. No, well, I can't pay for it. You got me. You got me, opponent. Well, we don't need the energy, so we'll pump it into this. I expect this deck to be a deck of 1-for-1s, and that's kind of why this the Artificers deck was built. So Rush, what? You've been liking my info on manatraders. Something you'd try if you get into MTGO. Well, I'll promise you this. I would not be able to do half of what we do here on stream if it wasn't for manatraders. Just flat out, manatraders is 100% where you want to be. Like, you're going to have people, you know, go, hey, play this deck or something else, and like not playing someone's deck if you're a channel that plays Magic. Like, there's multiple Magic channels out there. There's deck tech channels. There's you know, community comedy, which is like Loading Ready Run and The Professor. There's, you know, drama channels. There's those channels. So there's a bunch of different types of channels out there, but personally I'm going to say that if you are a gameplay channel, you are going to be asked to run decks. Look at like Jim Davis and people like that. Even they have to run other people's decks. So, or they don't have to, but they're always asked, you know, hey, will you run this? Will you play this? And stuff like that. And either you are going to have to put a ton of capital into the game where you can just say, okay, I have every card in Magic or in my format, which it might be possible with Standard, you know, to have every card in a particular format. But once you start getting into Modern, Legacy, Vintage, you're talking a ton of capital to be able to do something like that, and most people aren't going to have that available to them. So, sweet, we might actually be able to resolve something this turn. So most people aren't going to be able to do that, and I think that, you know, a product like manatraders is 100% where you want to be. Like, I didn't say that. That is actually not what come to mind. He was actually not what come to mind when I was thinking drama channels. There's another guy who is a drama channel. Jeremy's just mad, man. He's just mad at the world. He's just mad. Like, he's got good reason to be mad in some of the things, but he's mad. All right, I'm not going to say he's just a drama channel, because he's more of a, I'm going to say that's more of a news channel, right? He tries to bring you the good, the bad, and the ugly. You know, he is magic mainstream media, which is probably a huge insult to Jeremy to say that. Yeah, I mean, getting banned would make anybody salty. All right, so I'm not for or against Jeremy. But I'm not going to say that he's a drama channel. But there's some drama channels out there, and that's what they do. I mean, they talk about drama, and those channels love Jeremy. Okay, they love Jeremy because Jeremy gives them. I think I'll make this. Yeah, Jeremy gives them something to report on, something to do. And without someone, you know, providing that news, then you're not going to have it. So I'm going to classify Jeremy as a news channel. All right, not drama. All you hear is drama, drama. But yeah, but there's a bunch of different type of channels out there, and you just need to decide what you're going to be. Are you going to be a gameplay channel? And if you're going to be a gameplay channel, then, you know, be prepared to play some people's decks. You know, hey, what if you tried playing this deck? Like, the problem with playing in paper is how many decks can you build, right? How are you going to justify your audience saying, hey, why isn't this card in the deck? Let's do it like. Let's do it like this. So I mean, it's just one of those things. Like, you build a lot of paper decks, okay, but what's going to happen when you justify not having a certain card in your deck? The MTG Lion is not only the. Okay, so. Rush, like, I'm going to say that you found the one that needs a channel like Jeremy to stay alive, right? That's Desolator's gig, man. That, like, Desolator is going to, like, he's not going to be happy. He's not happy with the way things are run. He's just not happy. There you go, Marcus. That's what I mean by a drama channel. Right, toxic, negative, people like that. Again, I think Jeremy's more of news. Hey, look, this happened. This is happening. And then he goes on his opinion on how he feels about it. And that's where Grandma's shit sifter comes in. You don't have to agree with how Jeremy feels about something. You don't have to agree with how someone else feels about something. You don't have to agree, period. Like, you just don't have to. But Jeremy will at least tell you what's going on. So, I mean, there's some merit to that. Alpha Investments is, no, that's comedy, dude. I'm sorry, but that's, again, like, I'm a big fan of Rudy. All right, so I'm just going to straight up say it. I'm a huge fan of Rudy for the comedy alone. Oh, my God, he brings so much to the table with just watch it, man. I mean, he's hilarious. I watch his box openings and go, damn, Rudy, have you ever even played Magic? I mean, but that doesn't mean I don't watch him. He's funny. He's funny. I definitely don't agree with a lot of things that different channels have done over time, but I would say there's a lot of people that don't agree with some of the things I've done. I just put out an Amazon affiliate link. Now that Wizards is going to be selling Magic cards on Amazon, I don't think some people would support that at all. There are some people that are highly upset with the fact that Wizards is doing exactly that. Okay. So if I go Karn here, I can't harness lightning. Can we hit that Teferi? Like, if we just slam into that Teferi, how dead is he? So Gear Hulk blocks here. See, he even had my my suspicion, right? Like, so if I wouldn't have made a Thopter and banked this energy, he would have been like, But now we get to burn the Gear Hulk, right? Fetid Pool. Thank you, opponent. Alright, so we burn the Gear Hulk. Second main phase, we'll play the Aether Sphere. And then we're all set up to, like, Karn downtick, make it like a monster, dude. And the opponent's only got one card in hand. So, we should be alright. Yeah, well, I agree with you there, Rush. He's just really honest. He's very, he's very opinionated. So, Doug Funny on mobile just found chat. What's up, people? I just found the chat button. This is awesome. All right, Teferi draws a card, untaps some lands. We're going to go land. Karn. I'm down ticking. We're making a dude. We're making a dude. We're making a dude that can swing at a dude with another dude. Alright. So, we're going to crew. Crew 7. Yeah. Because that's how we roll. I'm swinging everything at Teferi. Even though we would have hit for 8 if we'd have just swung at the opponent. I'm just going to swing everything at Teferi, so if he removes any one thing, Teferi still dies, and I think that's exactly where I want to be right now. And then we'll try to put lethal on the opponent next turn. What's up, Thug? Welcome to the channel, man. We were doing one thing that I do not like to do, and that's talk about other YouTube channels. But we've got some new people in the community that are trying to start channels, and I think that that's absolutely great. Never go full dude. That movie. That whole movie was full dude. Oh. So he used his Vraska's Contempt that I was kind of trying to play around there. But what does that do for him? We'll crew with a servo. Enter combat. Attack. And put him at -1. Oh my goodness. You should be in good shape this game. Yeah, I thought that I was. I am going to remove... I'm going to keep the Abrades. I'm going to remove the Harness Lightnings. Even though Harness Lightning works really, really well, I'm going to remove the Aether Sphere Harvesters. And I'm bringing in more Abrade and counter spells. Man, I don't like Syncopate in this deck. I shouldn't have put Syncopate in this deck. It should have been Metallic Rebuke. I just didn't give the deck credit enough for artifacts. Against a control deck, we may want Scrappy. We do want to be... I don't know. Like, maybe we don't need Scrappy. Let's roll with it like this. You just made a Grixis Spells deck, and you think you may have broken your brain. I do that all the time. Oh my god. What's supposed to be here? Oh my god, this should be here, and this should be here, and then what if I run this? Right? You're desperately trying to find the chat button for that conversation. Go for it, man. Like, you're allowed your opinion. You're 100% allowed your opinion. That does not mean... Did I keep this? I kept that. I didn't mean to keep it. I didn't mean to keep it. So we'll just give this guy one for free here. Oops. And we'll go back on the play. Yeah, everyone's allowed their opinion. Whether or not I'm going to agree with it, that's going to be me. That's my opinion. And you know, like that's just people. Like you're allowed to think the way you want to think. Now, when that starts coming out of your mouth, it can become slander. And I don't like slandering people. But other people will slander other people, so that is what it is. I mean, people like drama, people like conversation, people like burning other people. And that's because, as a race, we're just, like, or as a species, we're just mean. We're just mean. Everything you wanted to say was said. Heard. Well, that probably means you're amongst like-minded people. And I don't know if that's a great thing or not either, so, yeah. Like, I don't think that anyone should surround themselves with like-minded people all the time. Are we getting syncopated here? Did we get syncopated? Maybe. I think I have to play it anyway. Am I talking about the Amazon stuff? I originally was. I do think that, you know, Amazon, like, the deal is going to hurt local gaming stores. I 100% think that it's going to hurt local gaming stores. But that is not going to stop me from creating an Amazon affiliate link, because, I mean, if we're going to be able to get boxes cheaper, then I'm all about saving my community money. Like, that's one of the reasons I was happy to be able to get a, I think Maverick Thopterist is good here. But then again, Karn is probably good here too. However, I'm afraid that the opponent's going to have an answer for Karn. So I'm going to make a dude, okay? And then I'm going to tap. No, that doesn't work, does it? Because I'm still one off. I can't hold up the negate. Alright, fine. We'll make dudes. We'll tap some dudes. Disallow. Okay. Alright, well that works. That works. Definitely want to get those out of his hand and then, like, turn 5 try to get this Karn down. I do still play paper. I do still play paper Magic, but like, and again, I love trying to like find a way to so that you guys can save a buck. There's just nothing wrong with saving yourself $1, and if you can save yourself $1 plus you can save other people money, or if you can spend no additional money and help someone else make money, then I have no problem with those type of things, right? Like, if you're not taking some money out of someone's pocket and in I think we syncopate this. Yep. As much as I want the mana, I'm going to syncopate it and leave up negate. We'll hit him for 4. But yeah, I'm all about that. Me and my family, we try to save ourselves as much money as possible. We try to live way below our means, so that if we have bad times or if we have a low paycheck or something like that, then we're okay. Like, you always are going to have those hills and valleys. Dave Ramsey, if you listen to Dave Ramsey, who's kind of a one-shot pony, but that pony gets to town every time. So like that, Dave Ramsey's just got the same things. He's just going to tell the same people the same crap over and over and over again, and it's virtually the same stuff. So like, I like Dave Ramsey. I am a huge fan, and I 100% agree with his message and how things work there. Man, did we just win with PNLR? And then just hold up the negate? Like, we're swinging for 4 a turn. Alright. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay. I mean, we're almost there. Man, I got off topic, but yeah, as far as the Amazon thing goes, I made an Amazon affiliate link. Some people are going to be mad that, hey, you made that Amazon affiliate link and things like that, because seriously, it is going to hurt your local gaming store, right? Yeah. But I don't think there's a ton that I can do about it, right? Like, I am a YouTube channel of almost 4,000 people, or 4,000 subscribers. I don't think there's a lot that I'm going to be able to do about, Amazon and Wizards making or Amazon and Wizards doing absolutely anything that will hold on a minute. I'm looking at how I kill this guy through Azor. Sacrifice an artifact. Target creature can't block this turn. Whoa, cancel. Cancel. Sacrifice an artifact, and that target creature can't block this turn. Alright, we're so close, it's silly. It's silly. Okay, so, but yeah, I don't think that, like, my channel has anywhere near enough pull. Like, you would have to be someone like Tolarian Community College to just say, this is a horrible idea, right? Good night, Rush. Have a good one. To say, this is just a horrible idea, and then people, like, take you at your word. Like, you would have to be huge to have that kind of pull. I do not. The best thing I can do is just, grab a hold, take it for a ride. The fact that That's not cool. Okay. Well, I mean, at least we still win the game. No, he gets to gain life. No! He didn't see it. He didn't see the fact that he gains life. Oh! Yes! That's great. That's great. All right, so I'm going to finish a thought now that we've actually beaten that Esper deck. But yeah, I did make an Amazon affiliate link, so if you guys want to use my link, it's in the description box below. Anytime you shop on Amazon, you know, make sure that you use my link. No matter where you shop on Amazon, what you buy from Amazon, I will get a small feedback or cutback of that. Now, it's not going to cost you anything extra other than just time to did he have the mana to cast it at all? Other than just the time to click my link, right? So, you know, if any of you guys want to help out, you can do that. It will help out some. For those of you that are making YouTube channels and stuff, there's a guy named Daryl Eves, right? Check him out, Daryl Eves, here on YouTube. He's got a ton of different you know, classes and things like that you can go through, and one of the things that he says is never direct traffic unless you're getting something back for it. So if you are going to make a channel, you're going to do anything, like if you look at Dev is sponsored by TCG Players, so he is making a good night, Lord. He is making a, you know, all of his traffic is going to get something back for him. When I do Dev's decks, I always make sure that I post his link. So, you know, I'm taking his deck, but any traffic I happen to send anywhere from my page, I'm going to get the or Deb's going to get the credit for that right here on or there on his TCG Player. And Amazon's the same way. Like if you direct traffic to Amazon, then they're going to give you a little bit of cutback for that. If we're directing traffic to yeah, he's almost at 10 or at 100,000. I can't wait for Deb to hit 100,000. That's going to be great. I think he'll become part of the big 5 or whatever when he hits 100,000. So that's awesome for Deb. But yeah, anytime that you're directing traffic anywhere, then you should be getting something back for that. So for those of you trying to create YouTube channels, things like that, my advice is going to be figure out what it is that you are going to be doing. If you're going to be a gameplay, then be gameplay. If you're going to be news, then be news. If you're going to be drama, then damn it, be good at it. Right? Like you be dramatic. So I mean, if you're going to do that, then do it. If you're going to you know, do whatever, but make sure that if you are driving traffic in any direction, that you're getting something back for it, because that's pretty much the only way you're going to get paid for what you do on YouTube. When people click the links in the description boxes below and stuff like that, the way they're getting their money is through people clicking links and stuff like that, and that's why these companies, you know, give you that 0.1 cent every time somebody can do it. So can't you do it all? Good luck with that. Do it all. Do everything. Do everything. I would say do one thing good and then try to add something else to it, or do one thing well and then try to add something else to it. But yeah, do it all. Do all the things. But if you are going to do all the things, then that means at some point you're going to want to get on Magic Online. You're going to want to get on Arena. And to do all the things is going to take a lot more time than you think. Quit your day job because you're not going to have time for it. Because there's a lot to cover. And videos, editing, things like that. That stuff takes a lot of time. One of the main reasons I don't do a lot of editing is because it takes a lot of time. And if I did a lot of editing, I would go back and cut most of this stream out. Just because I don't like the direction it went. I really don't like to say anything negative about another streamer. I just never do. It's not great. God, Marcus, I do not expect the stream to support you. My stream will not support my family. It'll pay a couple bills, but it will not support you. Okay, you will need all the help you can. Dear goodness, sir. Good luck. Let me know if there's any way I can help. I will. Marcus S. Everyone, Tier 1 Jank, go hit his channel, subscribe. He's gonna need it. But yeah, good. As long as you're not reliant on. I have a wife that has a much better job than I do, and I'm a stay-at-home dad, right? That is why I started streaming. I was staying at home, and I was like, well, I'm here. Let's start doing some stuff. And then the stream just kind of came, and we went from there. And yeah, that's why I stream. But yeah, I wouldn't recommend anyone just going, hey, I'm done, to go stream. So yeah, well, good. I would hate to know that anyone was doing something that they just absolutely hated or shouldn't be there, right? I don't think anyone should do a job where they cannot stand their work. There's always something else you can do. You may not always like that at first, but yeah, there's always something you can do. So I could definitely get back into the job field if I want to. I've been offered quite a few jobs recently. I think even J Miles has been wanting me to come work maintenance with him, and you know, that's what I was. I was a maintenance guy, a machine operator, that sort of thing. So I spent many years in factories after I got out of the Marine Corps, just doing horrible crap, like always at risk of my life and things like that. So but yeah, like, yeah, financially is definitely, financial considerations are one of the things that'll keep you in a place that you don't want to be, right? So yeah, Magic's not the most lucrative thing to stream at all. Even the biggest names in Magic rarely draw more than, exactly. Yeah, that's just not going to happen, right? Like, you're not going to get more than 5K viewers in a live stream. Streamers are just not going to get that. It's just not, like, even I looked into getting a gaming chair, right? I looked into getting a gaming chair, and I looked into, you know, sponsored streams and stuff like that. Like, would it be possible to get a gaming chair with our sponsorship? Oh no, not even close. I need about 10 times what we have right now to be able to get even remotely close to being sponsored by a chair manufacturer, right? And I'm not going to say their names. I will not say the name of a chair manufacturer. But yeah, he was an airborne ranger. 20,000 jokes just came to my mind. Okay. The first one is, I'm sorry. Isn't that what we're supposed to say? But then again, you know, you guys look at me and go, "Oh, you're a Marine." Oh, I'm sorry. So that's kind of the big joke. But thank you for your service. I appreciate it, Marcus. But yeah, that's it's all on you. Just pick what you want to do. And if you're gonna be a gameplay, then, you know, going back around to the original thought, at some point you're probably going to want to play something on stream, right? At some point you're probably going to want to stream a game, other than just streaming through, you know, your camera, your tabletop. But people stream tabletop Magic too, and that's a lot of fun. You know, you being personable with your audience and things like that, that's always a lot of fun. So, you know, by all means, just pick what you want to be. If you want to be finance, you want to be whatever, and just try to be as good at it as you possibly can. That being said, Mistakes are going to happen. You're not always going to be good at everything, right? And I'll call out the professor on this one. And the professor calls himself out, so I don't think that that's going to be a big deal. He makes predictions, right? On, hey, I think Wizards is going to do this. I think Wizards is going to do that. Hey, here comes the next set. Then he goes back and makes another video about, look where I was wrong. But hey, I was right here. And so, you know, you're going to be wrong about certain things. You're going to make misplays. There's going to be things. And there's going to be people pop up in your chat that go, oh my God, you suck so much. I can't stand this. It took me 1 minute to get off of here. Do not let that discourage you, because there's just mean people out there, right? There's just mean people out there. It's going to happen. You're going to have dislikes on your videos. Doesn't matter. As far as dislikes and likes go on your videos, doesn't matter. You got an interaction. Doesn't matter if it was a like or a dislike. You got an interaction. You got someone to actually click the button. They're not hurting you by putting a dislike on your channel. They're not hurting you by putting a dislike on your channel. They are not helping you by getting you put into more feeds, but they're not hurting you by the dislike. They're still actually getting an interaction, which means you actually are getting an interaction out of somebody. Now, there's also a point on YouTube where if you can get enough dislikes, that you'll actually get put into more people's feeds, right? Like, oh my God, this is so viral. People hate it so much, right? So yeah, a press is a good thing. Okay, a thumbs up is better than a thumbs down, but a thumbs down is still better than no press at all. Okay, so yeah, that's basically how that works. So, you know, for those people that are like, I'm giving everybody a thumbs down, right? Yeah. Star City, Merchant, and me are the only ones you watched. You stopped watching MTG Goldfish. I watch some stuff that Seth puts out. I'll check his decks out, things like that. I don't watch a lot of MTG Goldfish anymore. I know he is still the big dog. But the big dog as far as gameplay goes, right? He is the #1 gameplay channel there is out there. I would like to eventually get to that point. I don't think Merchant has always been a Magic player, right? Merchant's not a bad Magic player at all by any means, and I'm actually subscribed to Merchant myself. I do like Merchant. A Merchant, I think was originally, what, Hearthstone or something like that? And then he was kind of like brought over to the Magic community to maybe bring over some of his 50,000 Hearthstone fans and things like that, which is some things that YouTube's doing, right? I could be wrong about Merchant. Merchant may not have been one of those. He may have just always been a gameplay guy, but I don't know. Yeah. Mountain Man Magic. Yeah, Mountain Man Magic, he's interesting. He actually does some editing. I do like him. Heroes and Legends for set reviews and market watch. That's not bad either. Actually, guys, you know what? I'll do this. Let's do this. We're gonna bring this over here. Yeah, this stream just went completely different, right? Like, the end of this stream turned into something else. I'm probably gonna kill the entire stream. Like, those of you live and talking to me right now, that's cool. Most of you will probably never see this stream again. But yeah, if you look at my channel, hey, look, there's my. Wait a minute. You can't see it. Can't see it. Let me do this. I forgot. I've got chat. You got to remember those things. Oh, chat. Bam. There we go. So this is definitely something I highly recommend doing. When you go to set up your YouTube channel, make sure you put in your abouts, right? So like people can click these. Like if you just click this on my YouTube channel, you can find the Reddit, you can find my Amazon shop, my Twitter, the Patreon page, the Twitch channel, all of that. But you can also get down and you can put in your favorite content, right? And I tried to pick a little of everything. So for deck techs and spoilers, I go to Strictly Better MTG. flat out. For like product reviews and things like that, I personally think that Tolarian Community College is the best for product reviews. He is technically listed as like a comedy channel, but yeah, he's the big dog. He is the one to go to for a product review. As far as gameplay goes, or like professional decks and things like that, you're going to find that at MTG Goldfish. MTG Goldfish has done so much for the streaming community. It's absolutely phenomenal. All right, so I can't say anything bad about them. Their entire website is set up to offer things for streamers, right? Like if you want to put that, the deck list that streams over on the right hand side of your page or whatever, you can get that on MTG Goldfish, right? And he used to use this other visual deck list channel or whatever, and I think that they got upset or whatever, so they ended up just making their own. Visual deck list does look better, but there's nothing wrong with the one that Seth or Richard, whoever owns MTG Goldfish, So the amount of things that MTG Goldfish has done for the streaming community, for the Magic community in general, should get somebody put into the Hall of Fame there for Magic, right? That like if you didn't have to be a pro Magic player to get into the Hall of Fame, and just from influence alone you could get into the Hall of Fame, then I think MTG Goldfish, somebody from there has got needs to be in the Magic Hall of Fame. MTGO Traders, I was just a real big member of that community. Anymore, I've kind of fallen off. I haven't really popped my head into... basically, ever since Terran went to Twitch, I kind of quit watching MTGO Traders. So, but before that, they were absolutely great. I think Newmont the Nummy streams for MTGO Traders and stuff like that now. But yeah, when MTGO Traders went to Twitch, I kind of quit watching. I'm a big fan of Terran, though. I like Terran. I think he's a cool guy. I have always been a fan of Patrick Chapin. Not so much of Michael Flores, but Michael Flores has written so many articles that are prevalent and things like that. He wrote for, I want to say it was Star City Games or TCG Player, something like that, for years. And Michael Flores is, it's great to hear him and Patrick Chapin just talk. So if you're driving down the road and you're just wanting a podcast, something you don't need to visually look at, then Top Level Podcast is absolutely terrific for something like that. So I do like Top Level Podcast. They started before I did, and I think that I'm still above them on subscribers, which kind of broke my heart, but it's awesome to to see that. For me to catch a couple pro Magic players and then pass them on subscribers and things like that. But this is just a couple pro Magic players just talking about Magic. Alpha Investments, again, it's kind of comedy, but again, grab that shit sifter and sift through it, and you're going to find some real jewels from Rudy. And everything else is just throw stuff. Rudy, right? But that's Rudy. Star City Games, I love the Versus series. Now they're live. Hell yeah. I love Star City Games' new Versus series live. Brad Nelson, Todd Anderson, things like that. I even got one of my questions answered on their live show the other day. That was absolutely terrific. Todd Stevens. Todd Stevens is actually a member of the manatraders community, along with Caleb Dorward. Those are a couple of the guys that I'm actually associated with via manatraders. And then you've got Loading Ready Run. You want to watch something funny? Man, just watch their videos. Oh my goodness! Like the one they did about the life of a Magic card. It actually hit me. I was like, damn, that's cold, man. We just stick them in a box, leave them there for years, and then at the end, of course, wonder how this would work with purple mana. Like that. This is some great stuff, right? And then the mana source. I've been a little heartbroken about Wedge lately, but Wedge hit it, man. Wedge hit it big, and he just kind of, for a while there, he was having some, some issues with his health and things like that, which is probably got a lot to do with why he hasn't put out a ton of content. But he basically just kind of fell off the face of the earth for quite some time, even before we started hearing about him having some medical problems and stuff. And that kind of broke my heart, that you would see him for spoiler season, and then he would make like 2 or 3 deck techs, and that's it. You wouldn't see him again until the next spoiler season. So, like, when I first started watching Magic, Wedge was one of the first people I started watching on YouTube. Dev was one of the second, and then, of course, you know, from there, everything else. Again, if you want a great audio, yeah, like you're not worried about visuals and things like that, the Jin Dokishi, whatever, it's the voice of all, right? This is where you're going to get your Magic lore. Oh my goodness, if you want to hear some Magic lore, you got to check out Voice of All. And he does everything. Now, I like Simon from the Aether Hub as well, giving you some lore. Simon's is just more cut and dry, straight to it. Voice of All is, you know, voice acting. It's telling the story as if it was coming directly from the mouth of Kamina. You know, telling the story just as it had come from Vraska and Jace, and you know, like, oh my goodness, like the storyline has been so great. I don't even know if it's a real storyline. I don't even care. It's that good. So, like, it's a good enough storyline for me to put to the cards that I'm going to play with. So I really like Voice of All. And then, of course, you know, you got other related channels that are going to pop up. Goldfish Replay, Behind Eyes Gaming, which is another gaming. Behind Eyes Gaming was Ryan from Behind Eyes Gaming, and I recently passed him in subs. He went to Twitch and stopped doing YouTube streams while he went to Twitch, and that's one thing that I said I'm not going to do. I'm going to stream on Twitch. We are doing that. But I am not stopping my nightly show here on YouTube. Like, this is my channel. This is what it's about. So I'm not going to stop that. So, geez, boy, I ranted for an hour. Those of you that stuck around listening to me rant, get your sifter, right? Sift through all the shit that I said. I'm sure there's a jewel in there somewhere. Be your own person. Don't let someone else completely influence you. You can take ideas from people. That's fine. That's life, right? We see good things. We copy good things. We mimic. Choose what you mimic, right? You don't have to just be a puppet. Listen to anybody you want to. There's no YouTuber or anything out there that is just beyond listening to. If you don't want to listen to them, then don't listen to them. But find the answers out for yourself. Don't take anyone just for, hey, this man said it must be true, right? And that's what I want to say about Jeremy, MTG Lion, Vintage Gaming, Rudy, the Professor, the Manosaurus, myself. I probably shouldn't be put into those, but myself, Dev, all of these people. There's some great stuff out there that to be said. They put out good content, and there's a reason they have the followers they have. That doesn't mean that you have to follow absolutely everything they say. So make your own decisions. Stand on your own. You'll be great. You'll do great. So, you know. Well, thank you, Gerard. I'm glad that you were happy to hear my perspective. Those are the channels that I like. Those are the ones that I like. Are all of these YouTubers always going to do great? Probably not. There's going to be moments where they're just going to do something so messed up that nobody likes them, right? But there's going to be other times where they're going to be right on point, and nobody can deny the fact that they're going to be right on point. Because if you do like I do, then you're going to go check. And you're going to see whether or not they're on point or not. And that's going to let you know, hey, this dude's kind of full of crap here. Or this dude's not full of crap. You know. Or, hey, look, now some other information come out. And now we know more about what happened back then. That sort of thing. Yeah. That's all I've got for tonight, guys. I'm going to leave you with that. Take everything with your sifter. Right? Grandma's shit sifter. Go through it. Get the clumps out. Find the diamond. You'll be alright. My name's Eric. You've been watching SideboardMTG. If you want to play any deck when the new set comes out, don't forget to hit up manatraders. If you want to be able to stream any deck, if you want to be able to do anything, manatraders is where it's at. If you can get an influence, then you can get your subscription for free. It will not cost you anything. There's a wallet feature where you can actually take your winnings on Magic Online and pay for your subscription to manatraders. So you don't have to be a streamer to get a free subscription to manatraders. Okay? There's new ways to do it. I put a video out how to use manatraders for free and get paid, be a better Magic player. It's a pretty damn cool feature. I highly recommend you guys go check it out. That's all I've got. Had a lot of fun. I hope you had fun. We'll see you next time.